This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust on you.
I'm just stressed out. Do you guys really think you're gonna be done on time? This is all coming up on Celebrity Renovation.
And that's premiering June 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the FYI network, and it's starring the one and only. She's actually a member of our show now, which people don't realize. Like she does a lot of advice, call and response for us here. A lot of really insightful insight on the game, the business. She peels back the curtains. Mm-hmm. She doesn't hold back her tongue, and she's here, Alyssa Milano, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me back.
And it's you got more jobs than anybody I know. Jeez, are you Jamaican? You got Jamaican in your blood? I got Jamaican in my blood. That's why I work a lot.
I like to keep busy.
You like to stay busy.
I like to stay busy, and I like to do lots of different things because I think it's more interesting than doing the same thing all the time.
Good point.
Right?
Good point. You stay refreshed. You stay rejuvenated that way. You stay inspired that way.
Inspired.
And it's interesting because every time you come to the show. Like, you didn't mention this show to us last time you came.
No. So when we shot this show, they kind of put it together very quickly to get it out there quickly. So it's, we shot it almost like 6 weeks ago. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's all happened very, very quickly. But it's very special thing.
This is incredible what you're doing. Who is Kelly?
Okay.
Like Kelly all of a sudden. Well, and you're not alone. Invite
Yes. Okay. So my friend is with me right now. He's my best friend, Allah.
Hi.
Mm-hmm. Allah, a.k.a. One Nut.
One Nut. You got one nut, dude?
I got one nut.
Oh, wow.
You weren't born with one nut.
No, I had one removed. I have a prosthetic.
A prosthetic nut?
I call it my bionic nut.
You have is it metal?
No, it's
Silicone?
It's a silicone base, yeah.
Do you shoot out super sperm?
Yeah. Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Get it.
How long you had one nut? I'm just curious.
I'm 10 years.
10 years with one nut. So how does but with the prosthetic, your draws, everything fit the same? Or
It's the same. It's a little uncomfortable sometimes. They told me it was going to soften up, but it never happened. Because I probably wouldn't have gotten the nut.
Had you known it was going to stay hard?
He has second thoughts about his nut.
About the nut?
Yeah.
I've never thought twice about nothing.
Stupid. So clearly, yeah.
Double on top. No, but
he's a cancer survivor. It's not like he just did that because he wanted a different color.
Yeah, it's not got piercing.
Yeah. I knew that, man. I was just seeing how long I could drag that out without somebody stopping me.
Right.
All right. And but
so Allah and I have been best friends for
21
years. And so when this opportunity came about with Kelly, I sort of enlisted Allah to help
Wait a
me.
minute. She roped me in. She said, "Let's get on this conference call." And I said, "What's it about?" She goes, "Don't worry about it. Just get on it."
So Kelly has been my assistant for over 10 years.
Okay.
Which is kind of a record in Hollywood.
I was going to say.
And she's the most, the sweetest, most loyal human ever. And back in November, I had offered to freeze her eggs for a Christmas present, which is, she's in her late 30s. And I thought, and everyone, including this one, was like, why would you do that? That's such a weird gift.
Freeze her. Let's say the gift.
It's
Freeze her
expensive,
for
though.
a Christmas present?
Yeah, because she was late 30s. She didn't have a boyfriend. She loves my kids. She obviously wanted to have kids. So I sent her into this consultation, and I know it's a little odd, but I sent her in for this consultation, and they did an ultrasound, and they found cancer, ovarian cancer.
Okay. All right.
Now, I don't know if you know anything about ovarian cancer, but they call it the cancer that whispers. It literally could go from stage 1 to stage 4 in a year. And only 15% of women are diagnosed at stage 1 because there are no symptoms. It's so hard to detect. There's no screening for it, really. And they just happen to find it by accident through this ultrasound. So she had to go in. She had, the surgery, and it was cancerous, and we found out. And the day after she had the surgery, I got an email from my agent saying, "Do you have any interest in renovating anyone's home?" And I thought, Kelly. I can renovate Kelly's home and give her like this gift of healing in some place that's beautiful and tranquil. And So I call him. I said, so we're going to have a conference call tomorrow about this show. And he's like, I don't understand. What do I have to do with it? I was like, well, I might need your help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had to break into her house.
Because it needed to be a surprise.
Oh, you broke it? Oh, that's why she got you on
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You look criminal.
Right.
You know, that's I get it. Go ahead.
So every time she'd have a chemo treatment, I would break into her house so they could take measurements and do it,
Because she was out of the house for 6 hours doing chemo.
Perfect.
So he would go in and break the house. He disabled apps on her cell phone she couldn't.
I found her cell phone code. I got her alarm code. I disabled the camera. She has more security than Alyssa does in her house.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was
I'm
no pun intended.
Besties.
Wait a minute, dude. Where did you learn to do all this?
Right.
I'm a Khaled. That's what we do.
That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do, man. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, and then I sent her on this fictitious vacation for 7 days, and while she was gone, we completely renovated her house in 6 days.
That's so amazing. That alone, that deserves a round of applause. That's so amazing. What was her response when she came home? Like, who broke into my house?
Yeah, well, at first she walked in, and then she walked back out because she was like, "What?"
The producers kept going, so how do you think she's going to react? I go, you guys, Kelly, she's like a little mouse. She's going to go inside. She's not going to, explode. They're like, are you sure? And I was like, I promise you. She literally opened the door. She saw me and Alyssa, and then she literally shut the door behind her and walked out.
And walked out.
And
walked out.
And that's it.
And then I did some really ugly crying, and it became very, very emotional. And they did an amazing job with this house.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever renovated anything, but to do it in 6 days, 24 hours a day, they worked. They had, a team of 20 people. And the really cool story is we got all of the furniture donated because the guy that owned the furniture store.
No, he's the general manager of the store.
Yeah.
Was a huge fan of Alyssa's, right? And he had sent her a fan letter when she was on Who's the Boss, and she wrote back.
In 1989 or something.
And he saved the letter.
He saved the letter, and he brought it for us.
He showed you the letter? Was it in your handwriting?
Yes.
Wow. Did you tear up?
Yes, I did, because the whole just serendipitous, full circle of it all was really overwhelming. And the whole thing from Kelly's diagnosis to that moment, it all just felt like divine intervention. It just felt like it was all supposed to happen the way it happened. So it's on this Saturday. I hope people check it out because
you got to talk about the dead rat that you found.
Well, we'll come back and talk about that, okay? If you want to talk with Alon and Alyssa Milano, 888-742-3345. Appropriate. Alyssa Milano is here. The new show is Saturday, June 25th, 8 p.m. on the FYI Network, Celebrity Renovation. And you're doing, this is unheard of. I'm thinking of, usually, like you said, in Hollywood, this doesn't necessarily happen. Like Kelly isn't your assistant. She's your friend. You know what I mean?
She's my sister.
She's your sister.
She's my sister.
Yeah.
My kids call her Aunt Kelly.
Yeah.
So yeah. And if you were, the way I feel is I'm in this beautiful position to be able to help her.
Yeah.
And why would I not take advantage of that?
You're amazing. I love that.
Alyssa, if you don't mind sharing, are you spiritual at all? Because what you telling me, it just doesn't even sound.
I'm spiritual.
Normal.
I'm not religious.
Right.
I grew up Catholic. I was confirmed and all of that. So I call myself a recovering Catholic.
Yeah.
Not because my 20s and 30s were when things got really ugly in the Catholic religion. I was married by an Episcopalian priest, and if I were to I do try to take my kids to church because I think it's important for them. So I would take them to an Episcopalian church because I feel like it's the same, the same spiritual teachings, but there's no pope.
Got it.
Priests can marry. Priests can be gay.
Yeah.
There could be female priests, priestesses. So I like that aspect of it. But I also, there's a lot of Eastern philosophy that I believe in. I love Buddhism and Hinduism. So I kind of try to take what works for me in my life and use that, right?
And
because
leave the rest. It just sounds
leave the rest.
It was just bigger than just a normal idea.
And Allah's Muslim, so
Right.
I've learned a lot about Islam through Allah.
Through being best friends. Yeah.
I mean, you have a choice.
Yeah, yeah.
You take from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And one has nothing to do with the other, but you also learn how to break into a house through him. Too,
Right.
as well, right? It's interesting
Diversity.
enough, yeah. He's a very talented guy, this guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alyssa, I'm still stuck on Kelly being a sister and just evolving from assistant to sister because it made me think about a story that came out about Kanye West and his bodyguard and how like on the first day he felt like the bodyguard should already know the numbers to press on the elevator and he didn't want the bodyguard speaking to him. What's the interview process like if someone wants to be your assistant?
I mean, for me, I met Kelly through my old assistant, who I met through a mutual friend of ours. So I try to keep it very, word of mouth, because
Right.
otherwise, how do you trust? Seriously, how do you trust? You're letting these people into your homes, into your lives. So it is. I mean, I don't know what Kanye's deal is, but it is a very personal connection that you have to have with these people. They see you at your best, at your worst, and you really have to trust that they're going to take care of you and your family,
Right.
and keep things sacred. So I mean, to me, it's got to be word of mouth. And if you find someone good, take care of them. Take care of them. Let them grow with you. Kelly is now producing shows that we've sold, and
Oh, wow.
so
great.
yeah, so you gotta let people grow,
Yeah.
not try to keep them and take care of them.
I've seen people treat their assistants like crap. Like, and you're embarrassed in the room because of the way they
Is
treat
that not the worst feeling? I've
That's-
seen
yeah.
that too.
Yeah, I
Where you're
can-
like,
yeah.
oh my God, where can I hide
Yeah,
right now?
yeah. It feels bad. I'm glad you're not like that. That would have ruined it for me.
I don't have that in me.
I wanted to go back about the episode because that rat had me dying when you were about to throw up because the smell was so bad.
I was first the visual and the smell.
How did we not?
Yeah.
I don't know how we didn't smell it before.
That's
we
what I was
actually
wondering. I was like,
found
she
it.
lived in the house and it's been there forever. Like, did she
Listen,
not?
Kelly is a neat freak. Everything about her house was like, even when I would sneak in to break in, she had chemo that day. Her bed was made. Not that I was sneaking in her bedroom and
What was
stuff.
that about, man?
I just wanted to see.
Went through her underwear drawer.
Well, but they're all folded neatly. And there was no smell until she's never used that dishwasher was sold.
That thing looked like it was from '72.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like from All in the Family. So she had never used that dishwasher. So I think it was like it was half bones, half rod. It was decayed. So
At what point did you start smelling it too?
when they started taking out the dishwasher, I was like, "What is that smell?" And then everyone started, and I was like, "What's that smell?" And I literally was dry heaving, and I run out.
You left. The contractor almost threw up.
We were all just.
Over a rat, yo?
I know you live in New York, but we don't.
What the hell we doing here, man? It's just a rat. Nobody
well-
swept it up.
No, they put it in a bag and they took it out. But I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so."
Now, was
embarrassing
Kelly
for
embarrassed? Yeah, was she embarrassed?
Well, I had to tell her after. She goes, and she called me the other day. She goes, because she hasn't seen the episode yet.
Yeah.
And she said, "Do you think they're going to keep the rat?" And I go, "Oh, Kelly. That's the first thing they're
gonna
keeping."
get-
Yeah.
The rat's a star.
The rat's in.
Was she upset about anything that you took out? Because I know you were fighting to keep the bar in her house, and then they eventually.
Yeah, the
got
bar
away.
was for me. She's not a drinker. But I figured if we're going to renovate it, I'm probably going to stop by more.
Right.
And so I'd like to have that spot.
Yeah. Heather looking at you like, yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. Genius.
Yeah.
We got Julie on the line from Youngstown. What up, Julie? How you doing?
You.
Oh, Julie's left the line. Bye,
Julie.
So here it is, Alyssa. So are you planning on doing more renovations?
I don't know. Maybe. Why? What do you got?
An apartment up in Harlem. Is what I
that's
got.
the
I'll
idea.
come redo your house.
No, I'm just saying, but we got to get it like a show so we could get things donated and stuff.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Okay, I'm dead ass though. Like Heather, am I not lying?
He's very serious. Like, he's been promising these big. He has a beautiful patio and deck area like wrap around his apartment, and there's been no party yet in 2 years. 'Cause
Wow.
he keeps saying
Yeah,
it's
2 years, yo. Don't you?
You want to do
feel
the 2 whole years? Do you want to do the renovation first before your party?
Yeah, I want to.
What's wrong with your place?
Nothing. But there's nothing there. We can't have a party.
He doesn't have anything.
No. I have a
grown up bachelor pad.
Upstairs,
big-ass TV.
I have like a thank you, DB, for the big ass TV comment. I have a big ass TV upstairs and a lawn chair that I sit in with pillows in it.
Is that true?
No, it's like seriously.
That's true.
Very true. My husband goes over there to watch the fight on a 90-inch television. They look like they're having like a beach party in the inside
like
of somebody's house. It's a grown man's bachelor.
And I got a couch downstairs. So,
Sleepover.
Yeah, a couch. So when I saw this show, I was like, well, listen, at this point, this is my homie. Like,
we could really do it.
Yeah, like
I'd do it for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But do you have any ailments or anything that would tell?
That to kind of tell?
Yeah.
You need
Okay. I thought about that.
How many testicles do you
I
have?
thought I got 4. Okay.
That'll
I
work.
thought about that. I'm so genetically, I'm blessed. Okay, so I don't want to.
What the hell?
No, my family. I got a grandmother who's a. Listen to this. I got a Well, my daughter just graduated from high school last week, and we were looking at. She has a grandmother, a great grandmother on her mother's side. She has a grandmother and 2 great grandmothers on my side.
Oh, wow. You are blessed.
Okay, one is 102.
Wow.
On my side, one is 91. So.
How about the men though?
Yeah. The men don't get the men the men don't do the same. But with that said, different issues run through my family. Like I was on the brink of my blood pressure was a little higher than it needed to be. That could be the narrative. Right? No?
Put a spin on it.
The blood pressure was a little higher than it needed to be, a little hypertension.
Spin it.
Could get me a renovated house.
I mean, you have potential heart issues, I'm sure, right?
Stroke.
I don't want to make fun of it, but
I'm not trying to make fun,
if I don't watch what I do,
you're at an age, anyways, right, where things can happen.
Right? When you're 40 plus, you got to think about all of this.
So you have to. If I were you, I would have oxygen at all times.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm following this.
If you could get photographed, maybe a little pop shot with an IV.
Okay.
Vitamin bag or something. They don't know.
I'll get an episode.
I bet FYI might think about coming over to your house.
Yeah.
Sway gonna be in his apartment in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank.
Damn it, I'll do it. With your vision and your tenacity and ingenuity and my illness, we can make this episode happen. We can make it happen.
Ratings.
That didn't take me seriously. I was dead ass serious though, Alyssa. That would be great if Alyssa Milano came in and
did your house.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Calloway.
that'll trigger a new series.
But you'd have no say. You'd be all right with whatever she did.
Right.
I mean, I have to have. Because I gotta live
you
there.
have to have some input,
say,
right?
some input.
Well, Kelly had no say.
Yeah, but he knows about the beforehand. The renovation.
We're not surprising him.
Yeah.
Oh right. Well, yeah.
Can I have some say in
I think that
my living environment?
I think that if you're going to know about it, then you should have no say.
Why don't we'll do a consultation prior to it, and you kind of find out the things I know?
No.
Damn, you're going hard.
I think you should just.
That's a good idea for a show.
Yeah.
That is the show.
No, you get no say.
Yeah.
You get no say.
You get no say.
No
You do
say.
a consultation in the beginning.
This is what
Your celebrity has to do your house over.
Celebrity does it based on your Wikipedia.
No,
They learn how you do your Wikipedia.
There's nothing but lies in my
No
Wikipedia.
say.
Yeah.
It's called no say.
No say.
You got
No
it.
say renovation.
I like
It's sold. That
I like-
y'all got
okay,
it.
okay,
That's
listen.
like it.
Renovation.
Renovation.
Wow.
It's getting better and better. Alyssa, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
this and what you've done for your friend.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's
Thank
just the legend of Alyssa Milano just constantly grows.
stop.
You
Thank
know.
you.
A lot of,
Thank you.
Yeah.
like
Thank
a
you.
blessing. It seems
It
like
was
I
all
lie.
a blessing.
Hey,
Thank you for being
Thanks for
so
having me.
transparent about your nuts.
you got it.
I never wanted to hear about another man's nuts so much in my life,
Listen,
man.
you'd be surprised how many
Man, let me
people-
see it, dude. Let me see. No, I'm just joking. So you guys, make sure you tune in Saturday, 8 p.m. on the FYI network. Always great having you up here, Alyssa. Always great. I'm serious about the show. No say. No say renovation.
You don't like
Renovation.
I
No
do like
renovation. Okay, cool, great.
No
All right,
say
we got the
renovation.
A&R room up next. Sway in the morning. Shade 405.
It's Sway in the morning. Only
On Shade 45.